All right, I'm live. Hey, Phyllis, Canadian girl's mama, and Lisa, and Janet Ortega. I used to know a girl by the name of Joanne Ortega. And let's see, the last time I seen her, I think she was 14. Ha! And she was at my birthday party. And as I recall, she kissed the party. Yes, she did. She kissed every boy at the party. And I don't mean on the cheek, I mean on the lips. Yeah, that was my 14th birthday party. Joanne Ortega. She lived at, I remember her address, 318 East 4th Street, Jacksonville, Florida. Yep, that's been a long time ago. So how is everybody? No, I don't guess she would be. Well, she'd be my age. She would be, yeah, she'd be my age. She'd be pushing 80 if she's living. Hey, Willow. How you doing, dear? In case y'all hadn't heard, Mary Beth's brother passed away yesterday around 1 o'clock. They was doing a analysis on him and he had a heart attack and passed away. I'm gonna send her a card. He was 54, had COVID. I just don't understand that COVID. I mean, an old coot like me goes in there with it and I come out. Then somebody just 54 and he don't make it. Of course, there's a lot of been young ones that hadn't made it from that. But if anybody wants to send her a card, let's see, can I post something on here? Let me see. Yeah, I can post something on there. Let me write this down right. I'm gonna put her address up there. MaryBethRiper is her last name, and she lives at 590 what? Martha Oliver. A-R-T. Road in Franklin, Kentucky. Whoops, where's the, oh, there it is, 42134. Make sure that's right. All right. That's her. That's Mary Beth's address. If anybody wants to send her a card, and that was her brother that passed away yesterday at 1:25 p.m. I believe it was. He had a heart attack while they was doing kidney dialysis thing on him. But I don't think he was conscious or anything. He was unresponsive, she said. So you found 9 liquor bottles in. We take them to the depot and get money. Boy, I wish they'd do that here. Hey, Cupcake Girl. The only thing we get money for here is aluminum cans. We don't get nothing for bottles or anything like that. I've lost one sibling, my brother. That's been several years ago now. He was Vietnam vet, Purple Heart, and all that stuff. He went over to Vietnam twice. But I'm putting her name and what is that 590? What? A minute. What have I got here? Oh, there's a space between that. I didn't put spaces. Yeah, that's supposed to be her name, Mary Beth Ripper, and then it's 590 Martha Oliver Road, Franklin, Kentucky. I've had a pretty good week. I'm actually taking some steps without the walker. I don't want to get my hopes up, but it's sure promising that I'm doing that. You know, I mean, I keep the walker handy right there in front of me, and I just lay my hands on it, but I don't support myself on it, and I take little baby steps. And just in case I get in trouble, I've got, you lost one in a gun accident and one in a car wreck. Wow. Willa lost her brother in 2016. How old was your brother, Willa? Yeah, I'm taking baby steps. I go to the doctor Wednesday. So I'll see how that goes, and hopefully he's going to write me a prescription for a ramp that they'll come out here and put up out here at my deck where I can drive my scooter up and down on the deck and not have to be keeping it in the back there where Donovan puts it. That way I don't have to have Donovan when I want to get out and go. I just get out on the deck, get on the scooter and go. So I'm looking forward to that. Plus, I'm running low on all my meds now, and none of my prescriptions are renewable. They all got to be re-prescribed or called in or something. Hey, Petite, I was just looking at one of your videos, dear, and I was looking at one that I missed. No, I didn't miss that one. The one I missed was the one about y'all talking about some dirty laundry. I didn't see any dirty laundry in there. And I was looking at, I seen a couple of people in that video of yours that, should I say it? Well, let's just say, no, by dang, I'll just say it. I don't know. Let's just say they're not on the scene anymore. And that was in your, I guess that was in yours and Terry's house now. But yeah, Petite, I got Mary Beth Ripper's address up here on the screen that her brother died yesterday from that COVID. I'm going to send her a card just in case. And you might have some cards. I know you got a bunch of cards that you got. You might have some cards. I've got to make one, which won't take me but a few minutes. I've got some software that'll make it. I finally got it straightened out. But no, they're not on the scene anymore. I know. I'm not on some people's scene anymore either. But you know, people can do what they want. He was early 60s. He was home 3 weeks into neck surgery recovery. Fell asleep in his recliner and never woke up. Wow. I know a lot of people that's died in their recliner. Oh, ow, pain. Oh my goodness. Ow. What's BRB? Oh man. Maybe I've been sitting too. Mercy. Have some caffeine. But hey, Petite, that picture on your YouTube page in the sunset is, I'm assuming that's a sunset. It don't look like a it don't. Ow. That's Big Toe, and that's the toad I got. So, is that a picture you took at Smith Island? Hey, Crazy Family Cube. I didn't see you guys. Mary Beth, Marty, tell Christy that Mary Beth's brother died yesterday. She might already know it. Oh, but he died yesterday at 1:25, I believe it was. And I got their address up on the screen there if anybody wants to send it. He was 54. Man, wonder why these pains always hit when I'm having my live stream. Maybe it's because I've been sitting too long or something. I saw Terry posted a clip from the TV screen. Oh, that was Lisa. And Lisa, did you tell me you was 53? Man. And Cindy Conway, hey, if I hadn't said it. Tell you, Rubik tiny as it really was. That Vicks works for some people. It never works for me. Yep, she's 53. You don't look. Of course, 53 looks pretty dang young to me anyway. Oh man, I'm having pain spasms. Gee whiz. I wonder if I took my, well, it ain't time to take. Nope, ain't time to take my meds. I went out today on the scooter again. Oh, by the way, that video I put up, when did I put that? Did it go up this morning about name that tune? Frugal Granny named it. She told me what it was. It's the Rivers of Babylon. And I could remember the river part of it, but I couldn't remember what the rest was. And this guy that plays his own music, he's an accomplished organist and pianist, done a lot of classical stuff, and he had a channel, and he told me I could use any of his music that I wanted to on my channel, and I heard the big. It depends on level of pain. Yeah, that might be. Oh, if Lisa Kleckner, just 50. Thank you, Petite Fireball. Thank you so much, dear. Oh, wow. Petite, did you get that email from me that I sent you asking you to post that stuff about the casting call you was doing about the COVID people that was impacted by COVID? I need all that information wrote out so I can see it. I can't understand some of the words. Info. Because it may be of some interest to somebody. You know, it hit us pretty hard. You know, well, the whole family got it. And it sure changed a lot of things around here. Oh, man. That toe still hurting. It's cramping. But no, I don't understand that COVID. That it just affects everybody different. I mean, my baby grandson, he had it, but it wasn't no worse than about a cold with him, and and with my oldest grandson, he had it. He was sick for about 2 weeks, but not bad. And my middle grandson, he was sick with it for a couple of weeks, but he lost 3 or 4 weeks over that at work. They wanted him in quarantine stuff. And my daughter, she had it, and it was like a real bad cold or flu. Of course, I'm the one that knocked me for a loop. What is that? Turn on? No, I ain't turning that on. Why does that keep popping up? Oh, but yeah, I went out this morning. I had to mail a package, and I'm on something on the internet that's called what is it called? It's called orangemailer.com, and you print your own postage. So that means all these cards I've been aiming to. Oh, really? No need for me to send a video. One of the producers loves watching me. Well, gee, that makes me feel good. There's some more money. Oh, my goodness. And out today, I was picking up cans. I was, I, I wasn't. I was picking them up with my pickup stick, putting them in my basket, and putting them. Oh, ow, oh man! And of course, I didn't bring them to the house. I put them out there to the curb beside where the trash goes. Pretty good pile. Somebody see them and get them. So I recycle them. What CBD rub? What is that? CBD rub? I never. Oh, wait a minute. I know what that is. Isn't that some kind of marijuana based something or other? I believe that's what that is. I noticed the other day when my daughter had me out, there was a place we were stopped at the traffic light and looked over, and there was a place that sells medication, marijuana or weed, or whatever you want to call it. So I didn't know they were selling that stuff. Oh my gosh. My leg, why is I think I'm sitting too much. I'm sitting too much. I need a better cushion in my wheelchair, but I'm gonna tell my doctor that Wednesday when I go. And, CBD is THC free. Now, what? Y'all trying to confuse me? Now, what is THC? Oh, that's in. That's something that's in marijuana too, isn't it? I take CBD oil. It helps pain too. Y'all keep talking. I may try some of that. I guess I could Google it and see where to get it. It gets expensive. If it's really expensive, I won't be trying it. Oh, okay. THC is a chemical in marijuana that makes you high. Oh, with the doctor. Dang, boy. I gotta back up a minute and see if I can stretch that leg out. Oh, mercy. Okay, that helped. Oh my goodness. I done forgot where I was at. Well, I'm on the legal kind. I smoke cannabis. Where do I see that at? Cindy Conway smokes cannabis for my pain, but I can't afford it much. Well, seems like to me if they was gonna make that stuff legal, why can't you just grow it? Our medical marijuana card, it helps tremendously. How do you get a medical marijuana card? From your doctor? My nose is itching. Oh, okay. Okay. I lost my train of thought. I hadn't been having pains like that in my foot. You know, something occurred to me this morning when I was out riding my scooter. There was a place down there selling pizza, and they. It occurred to me, I never saw a pizza. I never tasted a pizza till I was like 23, 24 years old. They they didn't sell them things. They didn't make them things down here in the South. That was more of a northern thing back in the day. Of course, now pizza joints all over. But never had a pizza till I was about 23 or 24 years old. Right about the time I got married. Oh. Yeah, well, I don't know why they got laws against it. Oh, you apply for a number first and then see an approved doctor. doctor prescribe, you can go to a dispensary. Oh, okay. But no, you never seen pizzas down south. And there's a lot of things you never saw down south that now it's pretty commonplace. Um, I remember when when I when they put me on, they wouldn't let me go to Germany on a ship. That's the way they transported troops back then, was on a ship. And I had a cast on my hand, so they wouldn't let me stay on the ship. They put my butt on a plane. I flew across, and this person that was sitting next to me on that plane was a German lady, and she was married to a GI. And and she was going back to Frankfurt, Germany from the States because her husband got transferred back to Germany. And then the planes wasn't pulling up to like a little tunnel thing and all that. They were just pulling up on the tarmac and they'd roll these staircases up to the door and you'd come down on them things. And when I was coming down the steps, I seen her over there, and she seen her husband. She went running to him, and it was a black dude, a black soldier. I got my introduction to that. That's when I seen things was different. Things was going, and it took me 2 or 3 days to get my head wrapped around that. And but I never talked to her after that. But she was a German national. And then I remember one time, my I have an aunt and uncle, and a bunch of my first cousins that was their kids, and they lived in White Springs, Maryland. And we visit, and they had the neighborhood they were in was integrated. There was blacks, there was whites, maybe even been some Hispanics, all living there in the same neighborhood. Never seen that before. But it's just, I guess this neighborhood here, but I don't notice it anymore. Back in the day, I did. You'll probably see today that insurance will help, like on stuff like that. Ellie, they ain't no different than alcohol. Back in the day, I, I heard it, but once I got educated a little bit, it don't really make that much difference. It don't make any difference to me. Never used before, but wish I didn't wait so long. Christy's cooking right now. That's why she's not here. Yeah, the wife's work is never done. But, wow. Yeah, anybody, I'll remind everybody again about sending Mary Beth the card. I don't suppose she'll be on here today. But I talked with her this morning. Oh, jeez. She come on, she left a comment about that Name That Tune video I put up. And we got chatting. I know I've been sitting way too long. And that's what's making my legs numb too, I think. But yeah, I know the name of that song now. It was Rivers of Babylon. Isn't that a river in Iraq? Yeah, I've been looking at. Did y'all know? I wasn't really. I might have been aware of it, but I just never thought about it. But our numerical system, 1, 2, 3, and all that, with the numbers that we use, are that's Arabic. I didn't know that. I might have known it. I might have knew it, but I didn't. It just never occurred to me. But it's Arabic. That's hard for me to say. Captain Terry says hello. His whiskey is kicking in. Tell him I enjoyed his dirty laundry. I guess if that's dirty laundry, I got some dirty laundry too. I never got up to 300 pounds though. I got up to 391. That's when I cut way back on what is that? More money? Gee, thanks, Petite. Is Petite? Was that boat service he's got? Was that a family business that his dad did? I guess it must have been because you calling it a family business. I can't imagine having to. But where do when y'all go across over to the mainland, you got a vehicle over there. So where do you park that thing? You don't have it on Smith Island, so where do you park it? I get. Well, that's a no-brainer, really. You got to park it over there somewhere. Is there any cars or trucks or anything over on Smith Island? That's one thing I was wanting to talk to you about again. All right, what kind of sounds yummy, Mark, except the baby cabbages. Never cared for them, so I'd be picking a different veggie. You mean like Brussels sprouts? I like Brussels sprouts if they are fixed right. If I buy anyone that it's bitter, I don't eat no more of that dish. He runs the boat business. We run Jack and Pickle Shanty bit. When did you was that Pickle Shanty business? Was that y'all's from the get go, or was that somebody else? Ribeye steaks. Is that some of them ribeyes you got out of the dumpster? I know he found a big run of ribeye steaks uh, in the dumpster one time. I didn't see Frau. There she is. Frau Jolin. Frau Jolin, where are you from originally? I'm pretty sure you're not a native German. I think she used to be some kind of an actress, Willow. She used to be involved with that stuff way back. I wish me and her could get a decent connection to do a live stream. There was so much I wanted to talk to her about, and I got very little of that done. Now she's a creative director. I think what happened with Petite in that business, I think she got done a burnout or something. You know, people get into stuff and they get burned out on it, and they may or may not go back to it eventually. I never got burned. Well, yeah, I did too. Yeah, I did get burned out on a couple of things. I won't, I won't even. I got so burned out on something I was doing one time that I took. It was very childish, and I've had more people get on to me about that. But back before I was JunkDobber, I was WoodDobber. And I built a pile of birdhouses, and I had about 40 or 50 birdhouses in stock all the time. I mean, just probably more than that. And I was trying to build a particular kind of birdhouse, and I couldn't get it to come out right. And I just got upset. I got mad, and I built a fire pile. That was a classic burnout. I piled all them birdhouses on that fire pile and burned them. I might even have a video of it. But that's the only thing I remember ever getting burnt out on. I wish to gosh I had. And I had so many people. Well, why didn't you give them to something? Why didn't you donate them to Salvation Army or something? Always sell them or take them to Goodwill. I was just so mad and upset. I just did it. My daughter still can't believe I burned all them things. And I had some there were nice decorative birdhouses. Oh, Frau, did you tell me from originally, Frau? You told me I didn't see it. She learned English, but until now I am not fluent even in English is our second. Are you German, Frau Dublin? Where did I get that you wasn't? Huh? I've been now, Manuela. She's in Berlin, Germany. She's native German, and she was telling me that when it was East and West Germany, that most of the East Germans took took a second language in school, and they were taking like Russian. And she said most of the Germans in the West German part was taking English. And I'm just amazed that people can learn other languages and be fluent. I had this one lady. I thought I was getting serious, and it was after my wife passed away, and she was a French national, and her husband was an American Marine, and she worked in the American Embassy in Paris, and he was a security guard in Paris at the embassy, and that's how they met and they got married. Well, he died right about the same time my wife did. So me and her kind of hit it off, and thought I was getting serious and everything, but she could speak. Let's see, what was it? Well, of course, her native language, she spoke English, and it was almost fluent English. She spoke Russian, she spoke German, Italian, and she spoke 7 different languages fluent. um, okay. Oh. Okay, she has a German passport, but she's Filipino. Okay, a lot of people I've heard say when they're talking about Filipinos, they're talking, oh, that's the beautiful people. Well, they are beautiful, but I think that people just in general are beautiful. I never seen I I mean, I used to think people's cute, pretty, ugly, butt ugly, all that stuff, but it don't work. My head don't work like that anymore. It's just like if I meet somebody and like Asian, and if it's that person I meet is black or Hispanic or Indian or whatever, it doesn't occur to me. This is God's truth. People say, "Oh, that ain't so." You know it right off. No, I don't. I don't. It doesn't occur to me that this person is black, Hispanic, or whatever until somebody brings it up. When somebody brings it up, then I know it. no sense in bringing it up. They're people, they're folks, they're somebody's mama or somebody's daddy or whatever, and they're just people. And I have a hard time wrapping my head around that. Who's ornery? Who's ornery? Am I ornery? A judge told me one time somebody took me to court one time. And it just so happened that the judge was a friend of mine. I did furniture and stuff for him, so we was personal friends. And this person that took me to court come in there and started telling a lot of stories about the type of person I was and everything. And that judge come down on him. He said, I can tell you one thing about, and he called me Mr. Pearson. I can tell you one thing about Mr. Pearson. He's ornery, cantankerous, grouchy a lot. But all these things you're saying he is, I know for a fact he's not. So he did a change of venue. He said, I have to recuse myself. And he did. Who is it? Oh, Canadian girl, you at work, dear? Ain't it time, man, you did another live stream, dear? I want to do some live streams. And somebody, let's see, friend of the family met Filipino gal online and fell in love with her, went over to visit her, then a few months later brought her and her boys over to the States. Okay. That explains that. I'm selectively colorblind now. I don't know what you look like. I care if you're a good person or an ass. Well, I can't even say I'm selectively. Honestly, I swear to God, folks, it doesn't occur to me that somebody brings it up. And they're bringing it up, and I'm like, oh, he is black, or oh, he is Hispanic. I'm not down on all the Hispanic and Mexicans and stuff like that that's in the areas now. The only thing I'm down on is come in the right way. Why would you come in where you have to live running scared all the time that you're going to get caught? That's the only thing I'm against. And some of the nicest people I know are Hispanic. And used to, a few years back, I would want to ask them, "Oh, well, are you legal or illegal?" But it's none of my business. I don't know. It's a funny thing to me that you got so many people that come over here and then complain about the things that's done here, but yet they wanted to leave their home country and come here. So I don't understand that. Oh, okay, Cup Girl. Thanks for stopping by, dear. Um, I love the German people when I went over there. I just so thoroughly enjoyed that country. And I have to say that I like all, I went to about 7 or 8 different countries while I was over there on passes and leaves and stuff. And out of all those countries I went to, I loved the best was Germany. Um, and it, I got one country that I like the least, and I don't know why. Well, I didn't like Russia. I went to Russia for 14 days, and that was a big mistake. You weren't free to go out on the town on your own and all that stuff. You had to stay with the group. Uh, but every other country I went to, wherever you please. And there's one other country I particularly didn't like, and there ain't no way, no way that I'm going to say which one it was, because I got subs in that country, and I love them. I ain't going to say that. I don't know why I didn't like that. I guess I just didn't have time there as I did to all the others. Now, when I went to Copenhagen, Denmark, and Amsterdam, man, you the women were incredible. When it got time to go back to Germany, I wanted to bring one of them with me, and I know a couple of guys that tried that. They didn't know. I had a blast in Amsterdam. I had a blast in Copenhagen. I loved Rome because there was so much history there. Of course, there's a lot of history in all of Europe, but Amsterdam and Holland, Rome, Italy, and there was another city I went to in Rome. But yeah, people thank me sometimes for my service because I'm a veteran. And most of the time I'll tell them, well, let me thank you for letting me have that time in the service. I owe them. And look at my medical. I don't have to pay nothing for my medical or my prescriptions or anything. It's all, can I say it's free? People say, no, you earned it. I don't feel like I earned it just because I was a vet for a few years. But I loved it. We love to travel. We plan to travel to USA. I've got a German daughter that lives here in the States. She married a GI. Was over there, and of course I didn't know anything about this daughter till about 6 years ago. Never been abroad. Well, I've been abroad, I guess you could say. I've been to. It didn't feel like it when I went over there because I flew over, but when I come back, they put me on that stinking boat. But they get me. These cruises that people pays all this big money to go on and stuff, you couldn't give one of them cruises to me free and get me on that boat. Because I know what can happen out there if the weather gets bad. And man, was I sick. I stayed sick. It took 9 days and I stayed sick for 9 days. No way in the world. And I look at some of these videos about cruises that went wrong and stuff. All these people walking cockeyed, the ship's rolling and all that stuff. And furniture falling around, stuff falling in the floor, and they paid to do that. Matter of fact, my next live stream I do next week, I got some clips of some of that, and you'll have to excuse me for laughing. It's, it's so funny. I sit right up and golly, man. I'm telling you what's the truth. That boat I come back over, the closer we got to the United States, the worse it got. You couldn't go up. If you did go up on deck, you'd have to hold on to these ropes they had strung around all the place. And I'd be, 1 minute the ship would roll, and you'd just be looking across the rail, and you'd see just nothing but sky. And then another, you'd be looking across the rail, and you see nothing but a big valley of water. Oh, God. I was so sick. I tried eating something one day. And I went to the back of the ship. I guess they call that the fan tail. And I was having to throw up. And I was hanging over this rail, and the wind was coming back up over the thing. And the other guy there throwing up doing the same thing. And all that piss come back on their face. And this one guy had glass. Looked like big old chunks of cottage cheese all over his face. I guess I look like that too. Oh my gosh. Hey, no way. No way Dauber's getting on the daggone. If I could go to Smith Island to visit, get on that boat, because I know they could be there shortly. But there ain't no way I'm getting on no boat, and I especially ain't paying to get on no ship. And my sister, my baby sister, they wanted to take at least 50 cruises in their lifetime. And they're getting pretty close to 50 cruises now, but I don't think they're doing any cruises right now. She says it's beautiful. Yeah, well, tell that to them people I'm looking at in the video. Oh my gosh, I shouldn't be laughing at it, but it's so funny. Oh Lord, whew. I got tears. Oh crap. Oh, no, sir, I don't want to. You never been. You never been out of the country? Nothing like it. I don't like to fly, but I fly overtaking the ship. I'll tell you that. Ain't no way I'm getting on that thing. You can have my part of them, darling. Oh, man. Oh, I forgot about Cuba. Son of a gun. Of course, we flew. We didn't take a boat. Back when I was 12, 13, I was staying with an aunt and uncle, and he was a Methodist minister, and they had some missionary people doing some work, and they sent them to, and we was just over there about a week, and they flew me to Cuba, and I can't remember much about it. I wished I could. That was a bad time for me. That was when my mama was disappeared on us and all that stuff, and the only souvenirs I come back with was them I call them rattles. What you call them things? It's like they were like baby gourds, but had handles on them, and they had something inside that rattles, and they had them painted and all that stuff. I wish I still had. I don't know what happened to them. Oh my goodness! I shouldn't be laughing at people that out there sick and all that stuff. Now, if I could go visit Petite on Smith Island, I would love to do that. But I almost guarantee you, before we went that 12 miles to the island, I would be getting nauseous. Guarantee you. me and my wife, my cousin took us out one time on Chesapeake Bay, and it got a little choppy. This was in Virginia. And me and my wife, bless her heart, she was hanging over one side throwing up, and I was hanging on the other side throwing up. And the only thing, I didn't catch snowfish. I caught a small crab, and she caught a small crab. I ain't never forgot that. Everybody else was really laughing about that. That was when I lived right close to Richmond, Virginia. I can't get over that. So sick. And every time you think, well, I got to eat something, you take a little nibble on something, and it'd be coming back up directly. I think there was they might have had about 2,000 troops on that ship that I come back over on. The Simon B. Buckner, U.S. something Simon B. Buckner. Like one of them old Liberty ships. And them things, they're not too steady in the water anyway. Of course, I'd do it all over again if I had the chance. Not on the water. Oh my goodness. That was something. Have I been running my mouth an hour for crying out loud? Gee whiz. All right, guys. If you get a chance, send Mary Beth a card. And I've caught crabs. Matter of fact, let me write that down. Oh my gosh. This is a story I got. I got to tell. Oh, on the Trout River, me and a couple of my friends, when we lived in Jacksonville, we went crabbing. Boy, we caught the crabs. But I'll tell you about the rest of the story in my next video. Oh boy, we did some dumb stuff. Or how about the time, let me put that down too. How about the time that I figured out some turtles you know, you pick up a turtle ain't gonna hurt you. But but there's a couple of turtles out there you better not fool with. And Oh my God. I learned that the hard way. I, I learned that the hard way. Oh gosh. I learned a lot of stuff. Let me write this one down too. Oh my goodness. I wonder why I ain't thought of these stories before. Oh Lord. I'm crying. Oh my God. Oh, I was I was a typical boy, I guess. I don't know if that was typical or not. Uh, did I tell the one about the time me and this girl, my 14th birthday party, and I was talking about it a while ago with Joanne Ortega, and then there was this girl that it was dark, and she lived about 12 blocks away, and I kind of liked her, but she wasn't really a girlfriend. But there's this big old graveyard on the way to her house. Well, I'll wait and tell that one. I think I told that one though. Me and her went in that graveyard. We come out of there faster than we went in, I'll tell you. Oh my Lord. Her name was Mary April Hayes. Pretty little thing. Oh my God. Yeah, I've been talking too long, folks. I ain't want, Doc needs back with the insurance company, Marty. Bye, Cindy. Um, and all right, guys. I'm on. I'm going to get out of here, and I will. I'm probably going to do another live Wednesday. For God's sakes, folks, if any of you willing to do a private live stream with me, please let's do that. All right, I'm out of here.